Hello YouTube, welcome to another ride. We're out on the 48 today. Gonna enjoy a nice ride out here. It's the weather's nice. It's a pleasant temperature and everything, but as you can see, well, maybe you can't see. If you can tell on the GoPro, maybe you can't, we are still in extremely hazy weather. It's been going on and off and on and off all summer long. We have some wildfires that are going on in Canada to the north of us, and because of that, which depending on which way the wind blows, sometimes we get nice clear skies and sometimes we're hazy as can be. And today is somewhat of a hazy day, and again, sometimes in the air we get this very acidic, smoky smell. Not like a, wood smell, but very acidic, and that's what we got going on today. So if you suffer from the air quality issues wherever you see those alerts, today would probably not be a good day for you. But yeah, it's a good day to go out for a ride. A little bit of haze doesn't bother the old Sportster, as long as the haze doesn't affect the electronics, because that's usually the only problem you have with the Sportster is the electrical. But yeah, out here enjoying kind of having an odd, well, not really odd. This week has been a little quieter around the house. We got one of the kids is off volunteered on a missions trip, so we got that. It's kind of a weird feeling, you get that as the parent, you get proud that they volunteered to go off on this mission trip and help out. I think the group was volunteering at a food kitchen, food shelf, something along that lines, and somewhere in Colorado. I have all the details, but so they're way off in another state, and yeah, as a parent, you're kind of proud of that, and at the same time, you're kind of, you have that natural fear of I hope everything goes well. It's a different place, first time off with a group like that, and yeah, so it's been a little bit different. I'm sure everything will go good, but as a parent, you always just get that feeling of, boy, I hope everything goes well, and I'm sure it will. Proud of the group for volunteer. They're not exactly gonna have a pleasant week. They were told right off the bat, it sounds nice, you're going to Colorado, but you're not going to be up in the mountains, you're not going to be having fun. I think they have to sleep on, I think they all get like a little thin mattress and throw it on a cement floor and a schoolroom type thing that isn't being used for the summer, and wake up early and go get the breakfast ready. And I think they're doing stuff like that for feeding some people in need. So, but they had a pretty good sized group of kids volunteer for this, knowing going in that it was not going to be pleasant. So good on them. Definitely a good learning experience for them. So I think in the last day, though, as a thank you, I think the group leader that they're going with, he's from that area, and he's going to bring them up into the foothills a little bit and bring them on some nice hiking trails on the last day after they're done with all their duties. And I hope there's a stipulation that if the whole group does well, because as with any group, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some of them that aren't gonna pull their weight. Maybe didn't realize that when he said it's not going to be a fun trip, he wasn't lying. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm pretty sure when they're in the group setting with all of them, they're all gonna pull their weight. I guess it'll be fine. But, and another thing that I was debating on talking about this, so I post these videos usually once a week, and so I go for a motorcycle ride almost every evening after work, and then on the weekends I'll take a nice longer trip. Earlier this week I was out on the Road King, didn't have a camera on me like an idiot, and I was out in the country and kind of going around a corner, a little bit bigger than, you know, sharper turn than the one that's up in front of me. You know, it was one where you couldn't really see into the corner. But on this side of the corner, all of a sudden a Suburban, quite a ways in front of me, just came to a sudden stop and turned like into that lane halfway and just stopped. And from what I could see, I'm thinking, uh-oh, they're gonna try and do a U-turn there, and I'm coming up behind them, so they're going to back up into my lane, and they probably don't see me. So I'm slowing down and approaching it with caution and keeping my eye on the Suburban, you know, the driver, seeing if I can make eye contact with them, which I can't because they seem preoccupied with something else. And then as I'm coming into the corner, all of a sudden I realize what they stopped for, and we're going to try and hit the other way. There's a bull right in the middle of my lane, and at that point, you know, I stop, and he's maybe 100 feet in front of me, maybe a little less, you know, close enough to where I'm not happy with the situation I'm in. And he's just staring me down. He's doing the you know, you always see the cartoons when you're a kid of the bullfights where they slap down the, you know, scrape the thing. This thing was just slapping one hoof and kind of put its head down and kind of like rearing it around. I don't know if that was a threatening thing. I didn't, you know, I grew up dealing with bulls. I was around cows a lot, and they were usually pretty friendly, but they never had a bull on the farm that I was at. They would, you know, rent them off when they needed them. And so at the time, I'm thinking, well, how the hell do I deal with this situation? So I start to kind of creep over into that lane to go around the bull, and it moves along with me up to the yellow line. So I just stop again. At that point, I'm a little closer now because I tried to go around the bull. And I do have a CCW permit, and I had one on me with 15 holding in it, and of 9mm, and I was thinking to myself, that's a bull. 15 isn't going to be enough. So I'm wondering, you know, if this thing charges at me, do I just drop the bike and unload and run like hell? Or, you know, this is all playing in my mind. Like, how do I get out of this situation? Because obviously this bull doesn't want to let me pass, and I don't think I can back up without agitating him. And then as I'm going through all these scenarios in my head, all of a sudden up runs this lady who must have been the farmer, and she gets in front of me, and she just puts her arm out towards the bull, like just kind of doing this motion like that, and the bull snapped out of it like that. And it must associate this lady with food, because it went prancing off like a dog who wants her supper, you know, like, oh boy, supper time, and it went running off with her into the ditch. So as soon as that thing was clear to the road and in a ditch, and obviously not spooked by my engine noise anymore, yeah, I got on the gas and got the hell out of there. And about a mile down the road, I'm thinking to myself, I have no camera on my helmet, because I was out on my ride without a camera, as I often do, and thinking nobody is going to believe what just happened to me. So if you're hearing this and you say you call me complete BS on this, I don't care. That's fine. It's a pretty unbelievable story. I've never, in all my years of riding, I've come across some weird stuff out there, but I've never came face to face with a bull that close like that on the motorcycle. And yeah, it did not seem to like my motorcycle at all. So I guess, you know, when you hear these arguments that 10 is never enough, you know, these states mandating 10, after that, I was really agreeing, yeah, with the argument that 10 is not enough, because when you're face to face with a bull like that, I was thinking that is definitely not going to do the job. All that's going to do is hopefully slow it down so I can run like hell. Not a bad plan, but or not a good plan, I know, but yeah, I was kind of really going through my options there when that farmer came up and saved my ass. So, and I'm pretty sure she saw, you know, me in that Suburban when it stopped weird on the road like that. She was probably thinking, oh no, my insurance doesn't cover this. But out there and enjoying the road, watch for bulls, I guess. Or if you don't believe me, watch for bullshit. But I just figured I had to share that because that was a very odd experience. And hopefully if hopefully that never happens again, but hopefully if anything weird like that happens again, I have my camera on. Maybe I should start riding or recording every ride, but that would just be way too much footage. I don't got the time to edit through all that, so that's usually why I just have the camera on when I'm gonna go out and record something. So other than that, I usually throw on a different helmet I have with no camera mounted to it, just because then if I stop somewhere I don't have to worry about all the camera mounted to it and taking it all apart and everything like that. So, but yeah, that was my my excitement for the week. So other than that, just been enjoying the rest of the rides. And the old Sportster's running good. I had to go over, you know, it was that time where I go through and check all the bolts and everything, and you know, you're supposed to go through routinely and check all the bolts on the Japanese bikes. I've never seemed to ever have a problem. Even on the Kawasaki has the big V-twin, and that one, you know, you get a fair amount of vibrations on it, but nothing like the Harley, or especially the Sportster. And I'm always surprised at how much stuff loosened itself up on a Harley. Even with this Sportster is the rubber mounted version, and you still get enough vibrations to loosen quite a bit of stuff up on these. So if you guys are out riding and you're not one to check over your bike, keep an eye on things, because you don't want something falling off on you. Years ago I was out on a ride with a friend of mine who at that time had a Road King, and it was the old, what was that, the 1450 80, boy, you're gonna test my memory now, 80 cc's, 88 cc's. And yeah, out on the road their shifter had come loose and fallen off, and they were up in front of me and they didn't notice it fall off, and I never noticed it fall off. You know, like sometime being behind them, maybe I would notice something come off and, you know, go tink tink through the road and bounce around, but I didn't notice it. But when we got to the next fuel stop, all of a sudden they're looking down going, uh-oh, I'm in fifth right now coming to a stop, and luckily the what was it, the back one was still on there, so they could kind of do that. Or I don't remember what exactly. Boy, that was really tested my memory. I don't remember what exactly we had to do, but in the end we had to get a vice grip on there and just kind of make that work, you know, so they could at least kick the vice grip. We had that thing locked down as tight as we could, and, you know, periodically just pull over and get it tightened down. But yeah, so moral of the story is check all your fasteners regularly. You don't want one of them to loosen up, because that could make for an unpleasant ride. But other than that, 99% of the time you don't have to worry about stuff like that, and just go out and enjoy the ride. I'm in a bumpy section, so I'm pretty sure my voice is all over the place. So with that, I think it's just going to get worse up here. I'm going to go ahead and say thanks for watching, YouTube. If you made it this far, God bless you. If you've ever had an experience like the bull one, you know, comment below if you could come up to any weird experiences like that out on the ride. Boy, that one certainly tops the cake for me. So But yeah, again, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, watch some of my other videos. There's plenty to go around. But yeah, God bless you for making this far. Until next time, see you later, YouTube. Have a good one.